Hi there guys, I'm Nick from Combat Evolved. Today we're down at GB Top Team. I'm here with Cage Warriors professional featherweight, Nik Bagley. Nick, thanks very much for having us down today.
My pleasure. My fucking...
Introducing Nik Bagley!
So Nick, thanks very much for giving us a bit of time today, letting us capture some of your fight footage. So tell me, how's it all going?
First of all, my pleasure, and thank you for coming over and doing some filming and doing a little interview with me. Yeah, everything's going well, training's on point, and just, yeah, kind of moving in the right direction overall.
So Nick, I know you're 7-1 at the moment, 5-fight win streak, been competing on Cage Warriors most recently. Tell me a little bit about the journey. How did you get to this point? I know you moved from Ukraine at a young age. How old was you when you moved over?
Yeah, I think I'm 8-1 actually. One of the fights didn't get on my record for whatever reasons with topology. But yeah, I moved to England when I was 14 years old, back in 2011. And yeah, it's been a bit of a journey since. Obviously started school within a week after moving into the country, couldn't really speak the language, had to learn it on the go, had to get moved down the set just to give myself a chance to pick up on the language so I can actually have a shot of passing my GCSEs.
Yeah.
All worked out, passed my GCSEs, went on to sixth form, passed my sixth form. Ended up not going uni just so I can start full-time work and pursue fighting, training every day and as much as I can. So yeah, and here we are.
So I understand back in Ukraine you actually did some more sort of traditional martial arts, didn't you?
Yeah, I did something called wushu, which is mainly forms. Like you're just doing forms and spinning round kicks in the air and stuff like that, which is what kind of gave me a good base in just like being athletic and flexible, because we had to stretch a lot and we had to do a little bit of conditioning like with the press ups and pull ups. So I do think it gave me like a good little athletic base, just you know, for me to be mobile and move well for when I did start.
How much of a big part do you think martial arts had to play in becoming affiliated with the country, making this place your home and getting used to, you know, being in the UK?
I mean, obviously it's become a huge part of my life since I joined. Never stopped, and I just carried on, and that's where I felt most comfort, and that's what I enjoyed doing the most, so I just stuck with it and carried on training. And then because I was training all the time in my head, it only made sense that I try and be a fighter, because what do you need to do to be a fighter? You need to train all the time, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I enjoy the most, just training. And where I wasn't much of a talker, and I just would rather much express myself physically through action, fighting and training was perfect for me to go down that route.
Five each and you're done, guys. 5 each and you're done. Watch your space, but try to do a little bit of change of pace. Good, man. Yes, 5 each and you're done, bro. Finish it, please. 5 each and you're done. Watch your space.
Moving on to the pro career now, I want to talk a little bit about this win streak run that you're on. I know that you've got a bit of a name for yourself for being the rear naked choke guy as well. Tell me a bit about that. Have you always focused on being, you know, a wear them down, a grind them down, finish them with submission sort of person, or did that style sort of just develop as you was in the cage?
Yeah, I do think the style kind of just developed over the years naturally through just like sparring in the gym. In a way, I always just thought what wins, obviously. For me and the way I'm built, it was mimicking my coach's style a little bit, Brad Pickett's style a little bit. Works for me very well, just forward pressure, heavy hands, heavy kicks, then mix it in with aggressive wrestling and just keep the pace on, like just pace, high pace, high intensity fight. And that's what kind of like how I developed my style, and it's been working so far, you know, like I come out and I try to crack you, I try to take you down, I try to control you, I try to crack you on the floor, and then eventually I progress through different positions and I either find submission before or you end up giving me your back. I'll take the back, I end it there, hopefully.
Yeah,
obviously it wasn't able to finish my last fight because the guy was tough, but That's the game.
That's the game, that's the game.
Right, guys, positional rounds. She goes off, goes back on. First round, combination entry. Finish the single leg. When you're on the floor, then you go in live, okay? Person on bottom, you either sweeps or smits or gets back up, then you switch, okay? Right? 3-minute rounds, 4 positional rounds. First position is combination, single leg, finish. Go live, okay? My description of Nick in the gym, absolute meathead, you know. Yeah, he's tough, very professional. He just walks around like a chiseled GQ magazine. Yeah, so no, he's fun. He's a fun, good rounds, solid rounds. He always smashes up Nathaniel Wood. He's fine with me. Yeah, no, so like, yeah, he's fun to be around. You gotta get behind him, get the hook in. You get one hook in if you want it. Nice. Good butterfly back. Take his back up flat, make it if you can, round to the back. Tag it backwards. Arm triangle. Come on now. Use the underhook, babe. You had the underhook and then you just took it out yourself. I think sky's the limit for Nick. I think also with his sort of fighting style and the training partners he had around him can definitely propel him all the way to the top. Just his style I think bodes very well for MMA. He's dangerous on the feet, and with being dangerous on the feet helps him with his takedowns. His style had a very similar sort of style to me when I was fighting. Aggressive on the feet, looking to take people down. I've known Nick for a long time. I've known him when he used to train at a place called Premier MMA, which was up north. He was more of a striker. He came to me when I used to be training, and I was still fighting at Team Titan. And I was, again, I've done it a few times, but I saw people like Nathaniel Wood. I'm like, these guys could be good. So like, I'll kind of bring them under my wing a little bit. And I've been with Nick for like maybe 10 years, a long time, and I helped him through while he's still an amateur, winning amateur belts, and so then moving into pro, been with him for a long time, training with him all through lockdown, like in my garden and stuff like that, so yeah, me and him have a strong bond as a fighter and a coach.
Pull it.
Excellent. And let's talk a little bit about the game plan moving forward. I don't want to ask you where do you want to go with this, because it's quite obvious you're a passionate guy. It's quite obvious that you're glued to the mats. But let's just talk about promotion-wise. I know that you said you're a free agent at the moment, but where do you see yourself going in the shorter to long term?
I mean, the world is my oyster, to be honest. I could go wherever I wanted to, but I do feel like I am looking to potentially re-sign with Cage Warriors and keep my journey up with them for the time being. It's a good place for me, and they do shows local to me as well. and it's a good platform to be on as well. And I enjoy being there. I like the yellow gloves. Yeah, and it's just a good place for me to be at right now.
Yeah.
And I want to get the belt as well. I want to get the belt, so I feel like I have unfinished business, and you know, I've climbed up to the top of the division, and now I want to get the belt.
Nah,
So I've laid out the foundation, and now let's get the icing on the cake.
It seems like a very good goal to have.
Yeah.
And once you've got that belt, you know, once we've re-signed, once you've gone that direction, in terms of a worldwide stage, where can you see yourself? Are you looking for that contender series to the UFC? Are you hoping to get a call straight to the UFC? Or, you know, is PFL, Bellator something that you're also considering?
Always consider in the back of my mind, but deep down I do think it is either contenders or UFC call up. Hence why staying with Cage Warriors as well, because I do feel like it's one of the easiest routes to get to the UFC or contenders. Like, it's a straight path, whereas other shows it might not be as straightforward, because they lock you in for potentially like up to 3 years with no UFC get out clause.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, excellent, man. Well, look, it's been a pleasure to speak to you today. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we wrap this up?
Shout out to all my coaches, Brad Pickett, Ash Grimshaw, Barry Healy, all my training partners at GB Top Team, my family, my friends, everyone who supports me on this journey, and my sponsors, of course, Jules from Cast Construction, Vigor 8, Neil, Spence, and I believe that's everyone. No way I forgot about anyone, surely not.
Like I said, man, thanks very much for hosting us today. It's been a pleasure to watch you training. Hopefully we'll see you back in the cage real soon.
My pleasure.
Pleasure, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.